Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're using the beautiful Sweet Storybook, which has floral images, a little mice, toadstools and a coordinating die, which is the storybook scene Thinlits. Now we're going to take the foliage, which is one stamp, but actually stamps out two of the leaf foliage, which is lovely. And we're going to take our mint macaron, ink it up using the Stamparatus, which allows us to have perfect placement, pressing it down firmly, and you have two of the foliage. So we're just going to rotate the cardstock round again so we can get two out. And we're going to coordinate it with Tranquil Tide, which I think mint macaron and Tranquil Tide go perfectly together. So we're going to ink that up. And using the Stamparatus, just press it down firmly. And we have a lovely two leaves in the Tranquil Tide. Now the coordinating framelits, again, we'll cut out both of the floral images at the same time, but cut them out separately. So we're going to run that through the Big Shot, and you can see now that we have the four different images in the Tranquil Tide and the mint macaron. Now we're going to work on the little mice. And the mice are a lovely two-step stamp. So we have the two mice, and we're going to use crumb cake for the outside of the mice, and for the inside on the two-step we're going to use the Sahara sand. So inking up in the crumb cake, we're going to stamp the little mice images. And as you can see, they come out both at the same time with a little piece of grass at the bottom. I'm using the Simply Chamois because it cleans the stamps perfectly when you're using the Stamparatus. And we're going to then rotate the cardstock again so we can get two images, one for now and one for later. Now we're going to take the inside for the two-step stamping of the little mice and line them up carefully over the top. Photopolymer is ideal for this because you can see exactly where you're going. Pick them up, and we're going to ink this time in the Sahara sand, which gives a lighter colouring for the little mice. And there we have it. This again has a lovely coordinating die. And this will cut out both of the little mice and a little piece at the bottom, which allows for the grassy image if you're wanting to use them both at the same time. For this particular card that we're doing, we're going to separate the two mice using our paper snips and just very carefully cutting round the bottom. The Thinlits obviously has cut the top round perfectly, so it's very easy to just separate the two little mice for this particular project. So we now need to look at a little sentiment, which is for my little squeak heart, which I thought was lovely. And the nice thing is that there is a coordinating die that cuts out a really nice sort of rectangular shape which can be used for all sorts of other stamps as well. So using a piece of Whisper White cardstock, all of the measurements are below in the description box, so don't worry about the measurements. And we're going to take our 4 floral leaf images, or foliage leaf images, and alternate them. So 1 in Tranquil Tide, 1 in Mint Macaron, 1 in Mint Macaron, and 1 in Tranquil Tide. And you can see that they frame the outside absolutely beautifully. So you could use this with all sorts of other images that you might have. Now for positioning this, my preferred glue, as you know, is Tombow, because it allows wiggle room, but it also allows you to be able to just lightly put the image down and then be able to position the little mouse in over the top where we want it, because we want the mouse to actually hide in between the leaves. So you can just push him down very carefully, put the leaves down very gently, ease the little mouse out, give him a little bit of Tombow, and then put him in before you press everything down firmly. And then we're going to take the second leaf, which is the one in the Mint Macaron, and again just position it right around the edge, making a lovely little frame. And again, by not pushing it all down carefully, it means that you can take the next piece and very simply just ease it underneath. Now this time I've decided to take both of the images together so I can get the little mouse glued and stuck down at the same time. So we'll take the Tranquil Tide leaves, put them carefully underneath so that they sort of overlap, put them down carefully, and then just tuck the little mouse in, so again he's nestling in between the foliage. And with the Mint Macaron piece, we're just going to put that down at the bottom. The little sentiment we're going to put on with dimensionals, and this time I'm using the minis. And just for an extra bit of little colour, I'm putting a couple of the little flower pieces on in Calypso Coral. Again, there is a die or thinlit to be able to cut those out, which makes it very easy to do. So we're going to adhere this to the Mint Macaron mat. And then onto our card base. And position the sentiment down. All details, as I said, are below in our description box, and also there will be details over on my website, so do have a look, and please look at subscribing to my channel, as I have over 54 videos now up with all different ideas and techniques. Thank you so much for watching me, and look forward to seeing you again. Bye bye.